I feel like Hollywood believes there's more value in British black actors than they do black actors. And I think a part of it goes into that, oh, they have an audience over there. So they translate internationally, going back to that, what I think is, you know, a hoax that we don't sell or we're not valuable. So I think they put that.
Now, the diaspora wars are heating up. They're heating up and it's getting, you know, crazy, especially online. Now, this is stuff that was actually being talked about underground and it was brought to online. Because you have a lot of immigrants that's coming over here and they're taking American roles, right? They're playing foundational black American roles where they don't know the culture, they don't understand the history of it, right? And they don't care. For them, it's just a role. For us, it's everything, because these are our icons. This is our story. This is the things that we've been through, right? So there's an argument going on both sides. Now, for me, I look at it from the perspective of W supremacy, right? These people want to come and take the role because they want the money, but it's the actual people that's casting them in these positions and giving them these roles. To me, that's the bigger problem. But this guy, David or Ego or whatever, I think he played Martin Luther King in the movie Selma, right? I didn't watch that movie because I just didn't watch it, right? I didn't feel like he should be playing the role. Then on top of that, I got tired of all these movies where they're just depicting us as, you know, as victims all the time. So I never watched that movie, right? But he was on the show 54 with podcast with Godfrey and Kabir Bajabia Miller, right? And Godfrey, he's losing a lot of his fan base because of this. A lot of people are mad at Godfrey because they feel like Godfrey didn't speak up and say enough.
Way, way, way better and way, way, way more powerful together than we are apart.
Yes.
And I truly think so much of that mindset is born out of insecurity. You never see them coming after a Brit playing that kind of role when it's a failure. It's only when it's a success. If there's box office and if there's awards, then is the time where you go, oh, I want a piece of that. Well, let's collaborate. So that's why I get everyone to the house. Yeah. Where we have those conversations. Andre Holland, brilliant actor, trained. Coleman Domingo, brilliant. I've seen that dude on stage. The success he's being afforded is absolutely warranted. It's the work.
Now, you heard what he just said, right? He said that this is rooted in insecurity, right? This is where it gets real goofy, right? And why you got to be careful of these immigrants, especially these dudes come out with W wives and all this kind of stuff, right? They ain't our friends. They don't, but excuse me, let me rephrase that, because not all of them are like that. Not all of them are like that, but a lot of them are, right? They come over, they don't have no connection to our story or our history, and they don't want to have a connection to our story or our history, right? This is where foundational black Americans, we come out and said that we're not against immigrants, right? We're against tethers. And this is the thing, they know that. They know it. Right? They know it. You know, one thing I never see a lot of, well, I do. But there's a lot of immigrants that don't call out their own people for their racism against black Americans and the things that they say. But then you do have a lot that do. So there's a mixture between the both. Right? I got a problem with the ones that know darn well what they people, their fathers, mothers, cousins, family members say about us. But when we complain about it, you make it seem like we're the only problem. Right? So now you got these people coming over. They want to play our roles, but they're not ingratiating themselves into our communities. We got a problem with that. But he would go further to put his foot in his mouth and say a whole bunch of wild stuff, right?
And I was looking for community. And to be perfectly honest, I met a lot of African-American actors who, as I started to gain a bit of success, I could tell they felt threatened by my presence, by what I was being afforded that they felt they should be being afforded. To them.
Oh man.
And I was terrified because I had just now been afforded the opportunity to play Oprah Winfrey and Forrest Whitaker's son in The Butler. It was a very juicy role. And I stood there, Cuba Gooding's over there, Terrence Howard's over there, like all these actors. And I was just like, oh boy, am I gonna be okay? Right. We link arms like Jewish people do, like Chinese people do.
Hell yeah.
Like if we do that rather than rather than fixating on the fact that, yeah, we have a smaller piece of the pie, we do. And as a result, when a black Brit gets that role, what we're talking about is not acting. We're not talking about the art of acting. We're talking about scarcity. We're talking about the fact that there's not much pie. So when someone gets it, it's like, you're now taking a piece that makes me feel like I can't access that piece.
Yeah.
Because you don't have that with white British actors in the Hollywood constellation, because the pie is vast.
So do you think like when Drewski goes out there and he does that whole skit that's gone viral, it's funny.
Yeah.
Where he's the British guy, he goes out there. And does that kind of add fuel to the fire? Cause I mean, it's a thing. You're starting to hear more and more of it.
Yeah.
And it's why we started 154. Like, it's to bring all of us. It's one continent, 54 countries, but really it's bigger. It's one diaspora that's centered around who we are as people. But yet there's these micro fractures of, oh, but they're from the UK, or they're from, you know, they're immigrants from Africa.
Yeah. Like, my thing is, I have adopted the stance of I have to let my work do the talking. There's many things in the world that I don't like, that I don't agree with, but my answer to that,
to the Drewski
thing, is to start a streaming platform with an African American like Nate Parker.
See, he's talking about jealousy and insecurity, and you know, when he started to get success, they start looking at him funny. No, a lot of those roles like the butler and all that kind of stuff, a lot of our people is trying to get away from those type of roles. Y'all come in and just gladly play it. It's kind of like when we fight for the unions right here in this country, and we fight the unionized jobs to make more money than the immigrants. So we finally get it to $40 an hour, and the immigrants to come over and do that same work for $15 an hour. You are enemy. You taking us backwards. You got the skedaddle. You got the roll, right? You messing everything up on what we're fighting for. So you guys come over here, and with your W wives or your W husbands, you have no connection to our struggle at all, right? You looking down at us because you have an infatuation towards W people. Now you say you want to do a streaming thing with Nate Parker. Nate Parker's another one of them dudes with a W wife. These people don't even love black people enough to marry them and share the wealth and pass it down. We're talking about being discriminated in Hollywood. We're talking about all the things that we got to go through from the Americans throughout the diaspora, and here you guys go with these W wives, siphoning the money right back over there to them. No, man, we ain't rocking with none of that crap you talking about, man. None of that crap, because a lot of our people understand what we got to go through here in this country with these folks just in order to get the roles, right? And then you guys come. Now, my thing is, the biggest enemy is Hollywood and the ones that's casting it. But you guys come over, y'all act like y'all oblivious to that because you have an infatuation towards W folk.
Rudy, stop talking like that. You ain't going to no big city. Master ain't gonna let you. Yeah, I'm going with or without you. Rudy, stop talking like that. Stop. Hey, what are you niggers doing over there? Get out of here. Hey, what are you doing? Run,
and cuts. Fantastic. I need more American slave. Okay.
Like struggle.
So, yeah, the struggle.
Like sort of like the dialogue, like the back and forth banner.
Absolutely. Yes.
See, this role was sort of a bit cheeky. I got a little bit out of my comfort zone, you know.
During the filming of this role and this character, I felt oppressed, like an American slave, like a lot of struggle. I studied the art.
A fantastic turnout on the red carpet tonight. And just arriving, we have Samson Dubois at the American Guild Awards.
Samson, you look great tonight.
How hard was it for you to change your accent?
As a little boy from Manchester, I think, I struggled a bit with the dialect, right? But to really get into character for this quite astonishing role that I took on, to say the least, I put it all on the line.
All right, 3, 2, 1, action.
I'm telling you, nigga, gonna be fucked.
Nigga, we family.
Good family, we not family, nigga.
Hey, cut, that's the one.
That was stunning. Great performance. Working with a good London boy, and I bother him all the time. I had a call with the director. It was quite quintessential to the role, and great character development behind it.
I put this, nigga.
I laugh because I'm penniless and a bit quite surreal.
Samson Dubois. Samson, yo, who's the girl?
What's your next movie? What's your next movie?
Yo, do you think your British accent gets you all the black roles in America?
Come on, bro. Are you serious, bro?
Do you think you're better than them?
Better than who, bro? Black people.
Yeah.
Stop.
So I will say this. there's a lot of British actors and African actors that are extremely talented, and for me, I don't have a problem with them playing roles with us. I just don't want them playing our iconic role, our icons that really fought for us to get the freedoms that we have. That should be designated for us. If we went over to Nigeria, was it Nollywood, and start playing some of their people that they hold dear, they would have a problem as well, right? But I would implore to foundational Black Americans, we have to own our sets. And I feel like if we own our sets and we're directing our own movies, then we can dictate how we want things to move. I don't have a problem with British actors playing roles with Black Americans at all. I think some of them are very great actors. There's some real good ones, right? That's great on screen. I don't really do banging between the groups. I'm not into that. I call out tethers, but I don't see all immigrants as bad people. No, they are family as well, right? That's my stance. If you disagree, fine. Don't leave no stupid comments in my comment section. I have a right to my opinion, separate from yours, right? I don't see them as our enemies like that. Only the tethers. The same way I see the raccoons and the Sambo sellouts in America, right? The Jason Whitlocks, the Stephen A. Snitches, and all of them. The same. They fall on the same as the tethers to me, right? All of them. So I don't. I just think that we have to be in ownership where we can dictate where the roles go. But like I said, when it comes to them, there's a lot of great actors. I go see. There's a lot of them I like to go see in movies. So I'm not, it is what it is. But he wasn't none.
When you look at Black Panther, it is Chadwick and it is Michael B. But it's also Daniel Kaluuya and Letitia Wright.
That's right. That's right.
That's what it looks like when it goes supernova.
Yeah.
Ryan understands that. Ryan Coogler called me before he was about to make a Black Panther because he knew I had connection to the culture that he was about to show in his film. And he humbly asked advice because he needed me. I need him. Michael, the same, like I was with Michael the other day. Those of us who get it, we are sharing in the way that Matt Damon and Ben Affleck and Casey Affleck and George Clooney and Brad Pitt. You think that success is based on them being silos? Absolutely not. They are sharing secrets. They are sharing strategy. They are sharing films with each other, which is what I tried to do with Bass Reeves, bringing in people who are like, yeah, you don't know them, but I do.
No.
Now, if you are telling me that how dare I spend 10 years trying to get Bass Reeves made? How dare I bring Ava DuVernay to come in and direct Selma and get that film? If that's what you're saying, think about that for a moment. Just think about what may not exist if you don't have people who are, dare I say it, built different. Ava is built different. Coleman is built different. Ryan is built different. There are people, Idris Elba is built different. In relation to actually getting stuff made. Now, if you're going to begrudge that, rather than go, let me reach out and figure out what are Nate and David doing over there, and how do we? What is this diaspora embracing notion that you guys are talking about, as opposed to me now beginning to internalize some kind of ridiculous what do they call ADOS or whatever?
That's like my traditional Black.
But it proliferates.
Yeah, it does.
It proliferates. You look at what is happening with nationalism. You know the rise of the Reform Party in the UK. You look at why we have some of the political circumstances we have here in America. It starts like this. It starts with people feeling empowered and gathering around negativity that gives them some kind of identity.
Now, see, Godfrey, he likes to double talk because Godfrey knows what FBA is about, and he spoke on it. But now, when this guy's on here talking, what does you mean when you say built different? Built different what? You have Black actors that's been trying to get movie roles played for us for years. Those W folks are only giving you that to play against us. They're not giving you nothing. They're giving you, wait a minute. No, they're giving you those roles as opposed to us for a reason. You act like we wasn't, like you're talking as if we haven't been fighting to get certain movie roles out. So you're playing Bass Reeves as if we never tried to play Bass Reeves or even try to, listen, we even tried. no, man, this guy's delusional when it comes to certain things because he's using the term like built different. You built different. What do you mean by that when you say built different? You built different from us in what way? What are you talking about, right? And then you use the ADOS terms as if they're not having xenophobia in South Africa, as there's not issues in Nigeria, right? With tribalism. See, again, you guys bring all of that smoke towards us as if, man, this stuff is crazy, right? So a lot of people really started to really call them out. So here go the art dialogue, right? That actor David Oyelowo pushes back on the narrative that Black British actors are taking all the American movie roles and says that the mindset is born out of insecurity as he shares his reaction to the viral Drewski skit, right? So, you know, people starting to come out and talk about it, right? So Miss Snack said it's not about insecure to want to see ourselves and our icons depicted authentically. This man does not fit the role of MLK or Bass Reeves, and he should be able to receive that feedback like an adult. Black American historical figures are the only roles his African ass can play that are noteworthy. He wants to disrespect Black Americans, right? So Black Americans are coming out and they're speaking out about this, right? Benjamin Watson, that's a poor response to the concerns of the people. Wait a minute, that's a poor response to the concerns of the people group he is portraying on film. And yes, the actors such as himself are worth discussing, but who is casting them instead of Black Americans? We need to have that discussion. Who is hiring them to play these roles portraying, right? Holly Robinson Pete, man, she's so beautiful. She came in and said insecurity, right? Hojo67 said why must you tell ADO's history and portray our historical figures and roles that you have to study us in order to get your job? Skin color is not a tie that binds, especially when the history of Africans who are a divisive people, right? And they try to portray us as the divisive people when we know that Africans are divided, right? And then somebody said Drewski be having people so mad talking about Drewski, but we've forgotten about Hollywood Shuffle, right? And we all remember the movie Hollywood Shuffle. David needs to make films about how WS Americans recently invaded and boom, right? Classic straw man, red herring, right? So, I mean, you guys got to let me know what's your opinion on this when it comes to this, right? Because the thing is this, right? I believe that this man dropped the ball. I believe that he was speaking very arrogantly. And Godfrey had a chance to really step up and defend, and he didn't. He ran with that because he's over there with them. Those is folks. And now I see you for who you are, Godfrey. I see you. We see you. But y'all let me know what y'all think, man. If you made it this far in the video, hit that like button, subscribe to Street Media TV. Leave your comments in the comment section. Remember, I love y'all. Till next time. Peace.